On the news, Nigerian government restates commitment to full implementation of new minimum wage. Rivers State Judicial Panel summons Wike's allies, 105 others over local government fire incident. And NLEA intercepts illegal drug consignments worth 16.6 billion naira at Lagos and Rivers seaports. Many thanks for joining us on News Now on TV 360 Nigeria. I'm Simisola Atigun. The Nigerian government has restated its commitment to fully implement the 70,000 naira new minimum wage, adding that at no level will part payment implementation be accepted. The Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, revealed this on Monday at the State House, Abuja, after a meeting with President Bola Tinubu. Speaking on the compliance level by subnationals, Akume applauded state governors who had commenced the implementation of the policy, saying the issue of the new national minimum wage remains central to the administration of President Tinubu.
The issue of the new minimum wage has always been central to the thinking of the government of President Bola Tinubu. And that was why he quickly assembled, they put in place the tripartite arrangement to look at all the issues. And this was properly carried out. The governors were represented, the federal government was represented, the organized private sector was also part of it. So we arrived at the new minimum wage. We're very satisfied with it. And some state governments have started implementing. Others have even gone beyond 70. So I believe that there's no problem with that whatsoever. We applaud those who have started. Those who have not started, we just want to appeal to them to start the payments.
Meanwhile, the Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, has disclosed that the Nigerian government has already put in place measures to provide an alternative source of power to the northern states to cushion the effect of the ongoing blackout in the region due to the vandalization of the Shiroro-Kaduna transmission line. Addressing State House correspondents after a meeting with President Tinubu on Monday, the minister disclosed that the disturbance in electricity supply to the northern part of Nigeria involves about 17 states. He further revealed that the challenge of security in the region has been the reason behind the delay in fixing the vandalized facilities.
Disturbance in electricity supply to the northern part of Nigeria, about 17 states. We discussed the root cause of this, which was basically due to vandalization of the transmission lines of a Shiroro-Kaduna line, which is the major line that supply electricity to the north. And the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, they already set out to fix this line. What they have asked for, which has been provided to them now, is the security cover of the National Security Advisor through the Chief of Army Staff and Chief of Air Staff to enable them restore the damaged lines. And we're optimistic that very soon this will be fully restored. We have also explored the alternative line of providing light to the north through the Eko-Tepene substation supplied from the Calabar plant, but the line got caught along the line, and we're also trying to fix that. And if you remember that at the last FEC, one of the approvals for the Ministry of Power was actually the upgrade of the Shiroro-Kaduna transmission line, which is the major line that supplies electricity to the northern part of the country. We already have approval for this. It's one of the oldest transmission lines that we have in Nigeria, and we believe that it required an upgrade.
The Rivers State Judicial Commission of Inquiry looking into the post-election violence that led to the attack of some local government secretariats in the state has summoned some allies of the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, for questioning. This was contained in a statement issued by the chairman of the commission, Justice I.R. Minakiri, in Port Harcourt on Monday. Among those summoned by the Justice Minakiri-led panel are the immediate past chairman of the Ikwere Local Government Area Nigeria, Samuel Nwanosike, as well as his counterpart in Eleme and Ahwada East, who also served as local government chairman under Nyesom Wike during his time as governor, but completed their tenure under current governor Siminalayi Fubara. Still in Rivers State, one more body has been recovered following the helicopter crash in the Bonny River last week Thursday, bringing the total bodies recovered so far to 4, while another 4 are still missing. According to the spokesperson for the Nigerian Safety Investigation Bureau, Bimbo Oladeji, the floating body was retrieved from the water by the FRC and is currently en route to Noim's Antan under escort from the Cameroonian Navy for safe transit through their territorial waters. The Bureau says it will continue its coordinated effort in the recovery operation and investigation into the crash involving a Seeker Sky SK-76 helicopter registration 5NBQG operated by East Wind Aviation. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, says its operatives have uncovered a significant drug haul at Tinkan Island Port in Lagos State and Onne Port in Rivers State. The agency says 26,250,000 pills of tramadol and 508,400 bottles of codeine syrup with a street value of 16.68 billion naira were seized in separate raids. TV360's Victoria Konde has more.
In a statement on Sunday, spokesperson for the NDLEA, Femi Babafemi, said the Cyprus-bound consignment was seized at the export shed of the Lagos airport on October 12, 2024. An additional 380 tablets were recovered from the home of the alleged sender, Okenwa Uchenna, during a follow-up operation in Enugu State on October 24. Another suspect, Sholaye Eburojalo, was arrested at the Agor Palace area of Okota, Lagos, in connection with a cannabis seizure, while a bribe of 10 million naira paid to NDLEA officers to free the suspect has been kept as part of the exhibits for the prosecution of the case. On October 25, NDLEA operatives raided the Igbo Igunoko shrine at Alpha Beach in Aja, where jumbo bags of Ghanaian loud cannabis weighing 2,760 kilograms were recovered and 2 suspects, Benga Abiodun and Sunday Abiodun, arrested. Another large-scale busts include consignments of tramadol, codeine-based syrups and cannabis products were intercepted by NDLEA operatives during a 100% joint examination of watch-listed containers with men of customs service and other security agencies at the Tinkan Port in Lagos and Port Harcourt Port on Rivers State between Tuesday, October 22nd and Wednesday, October 23rd. Additional arrests took place across Plateau, Edo, Osun State and the FCT in connection with large cannabis seizures and other illegal drug consignments. Victoria Akonde, TV360 News, Lagos.
Young Nigerian parliamentarians have called on both federal and state governments to prioritize children's safety and welfare. This was among key resolutions made at the 7th Assembly of Nigeria's National Children's Parliament in Abuja, ahead of the first ever ministerial conference on ending violence against children, scheduled for November 6, 7 and 8, 2024 in Bogota, Colombia. The young legislators also echoed the National Assembly's demand for compulsory universal basic education, aiming to reduce the number of out-of-school children in Nigeria.
I am very delighted to address you, my dear young parliamentarians, at this very important program of your sitting to deliberate on the topical issues that affect not only your well-being, but the well-being of the Nigerian children. The importance of this sitting cannot be overemphasized, as it coincides with Nigeria's preparation for the participation at the first Global Ministerial Conference on Ending Violence Against Children, scheduled for Bogota, Colombia, as from 7 to 8 of November 2024. In line with international best practices, the view of children has been imputed into the country's commitment that will be presented at the conference.
Call upon the federal and state governments to prioritize, budget for, and ensure the implementation of the rights of and of children, and to ensure that every child in Nigeria is able to enjoy the rights and privileges that we would like them to. The future of a child is determined by how their rights are respected, protected, and fulfilled, and we hope that this assembly will help again to promote children's rights across the whole country. In principle, violence against children is preventable when governments, civil society, communities and individuals come together with a shared vision and a shared commitment to take action and support children to be protected.
Culture and tourism promotion platform Goge Africa has marked its 25th anniversary, highlighting the richness of Africa's diversity and Nigeria's key role in its preservation and promotion. The Goge Africa Festival celebration, which was held over the weekend, drew together a diverse array of talent, culture enthusiasts, industry leaders and supporters to celebrate the African heritage which the brand is known for. TV360's Sydney Okafor completes the report.
The Oneko Stadium was transformed into a vibrant hub of creative and celebration, showcasing the richness of Africa's creative industries. No fewer than 25 countries and communities were represented at the event to symbolize Goge Africa's 25 years of promoting African heritage and tourism through its award-winning media productions and cultural initiatives.
Goge Africa has been promoting cultures, tourism, and all the good things that Africa has to offer. It's about time. We felt that it's about time Africa had a pride of place. We needed to somebody needed to do something about the beautiful cultures of Africa, the culinary heritage of Africa, their fashion, their music, the people, the diverse people of Africa. And that's what Goge Africa has been doing for 25 years and still does it.
The Goge African Festival also witnessed over 50 exhibition pavilions displaying natural art, crafts and other cultural materials, while over 100 stands showcase various African attires.
Isaac and Uneka Moses have dedicated themselves for years in bridging the gap between tradition and modernity, while celebrating the unique narratives of African communities. This platform not only educated us, but inspired countless individuals to explore and appreciate our land, Nigeria.
Dignitaries at the event commend Goge Africa's achievement and applaud the brand consistency to achieve success. Other guests urge African leaders to support efforts aimed at promoting the continent's richness on a global scale.
Parents have to encourage the young ones, encourage them about our culture, let them understand and not demonize it. Because what we've seen happen now with the two religions is that our culture has been demonized. And our culture is the best. There was something we were doing before these two religions came. So we need to understand it, embody it, like Goge Africa is showing the world. And then we'll be a proud people.
I've known them for years, Goge Africa on AIT. They have been so I was like, I'm going to make sure I come here so that I can see all this culture physically, not on TV this time around. So it's really a thing of, I don't know how to say it, but it's good.
This Goge 25-year celebration is perfect. It's ideal for me to have a reflection on, what all cultures I have been exposed to during this 10 years of my time. And it's one of the reasons why I haven't visited India for like 5 years. Because I'm spending so much time in Nigeria, and I think I'm in love with the music, fashion, culture, and the people.
Goge Africa was founded on October 1, 1999 by Isaac Moses and Nneka Isaac Moses. Speaking on the 25 years of pushing the brand, Chief Executive Officer of Goge Africa attributes the success to his passion, which lies in promoting African culture.
Africa's culture needs to be understood. so people would stop undermining Africa and stop seeing Africa as the dark continent. Africa has come of age. Africa has huge cultural heritage, beautiful people, intelligent people. Africa has a sunshine. Africa has fun, colors, you know? So we need to celebrate her. We need to celebrate it. We need to communicate that to the world so they know that, look, if you come to Africa, there is no dull moment. And that's why today it's been non-stop fun galore.
According to Goge African Tea, the milestone event is not just a celebration of its history, but a bold step towards shaping the future of African creative and tourism industry. Sydney Okafo, TV360, Lagos.
We'll take a short break, but still to come, attack on Chad military base leaves at least 40 soldiers dead. Stay with us for details. We'll return shortly. Welcome back. Here's a recap of our top stories. The Nigerian government has restated its commitment to fully implement the 70,000 naira new minimum wage, and that at no level will part implementation be done. The Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, who revealed this on Monday at the State House Abuja after a meeting with President Bola Tinubu, appealed to other governors who are yet to announce the minimum wage to do so and begin the payment. We also informed you that the Rivers State Judicial Commission of Inquiry looking into the post-election violence that led to the attack of some local government secretariats in the state has summoned some allies of the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, for questioning. This was contained in a statement issued by the chairman of the commission, Justice I.R. Minakiri, in Port Harcourt on Monday. In case you missed any of our news bulletins or for more updates, you can catch us on Limex World TV and AVO TV, or log on to our website on www.tv360nigeria.com. You can also follow us on our social media platforms on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at TV360 Nigeria, or download our mobile app on Google Play Store, Huawei App Gallery, and Apple Store. On Facebook, we're at TV360 Online. Well, let's now join Victoria Akonde, who's on standby with the latest in the world of business. Over to you, Victoria.
Thank you very much, Simi. Welcome to Business News. Now, the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, in collaboration with the Food and Agricultural Organization and the World Food Programme, have conducted the October/November 2024 CADA Harmonies National Validation/Consolidation Workshop in Abuja to boost food supplies in Nigeria, with an analysis aimed at identifying regions grappling with food and nutrition insecurity. The state-level CH analysis is being implemented across 26 states and the Federal Capital Territory, with contributions from partners. Speaking to journalists on the sidelines of the event, representatives of the Nigerian government and the United Nations say the result of the analysis would help increase productivity, reduce post-harvest losses, and improve the overall efficiency in Nigeria's agricultural sector.
Government has different policies and they want to use for their intervention. So I feel that if they apply the right policies, for example, input to farmers, it will help and reduce the level of insecurity in most of the state, because some farmers don't have access to their farmland. So that's why we had the crop change analysis and the humanitarian monitoring situation analysis that is used in this exercise to identify certain areas that is inaccessible. So I feel when these two areas are these interventions are done in this security, improved security and input, and even the transportation cost is another very, very vital, because even some of the farmers find it difficult to bring their goods to the market because of high cost of transportation.
This is an important exercise which is coordinated by the government of Nigeria, which focuses on called the card harmonization, which is important in terms of identification of the needy areas. The way it has been coordinated from around 2015 is that the government and partners come together, work together to identify the food insecure populations, the food insecure LGAs, food insecure states. That is important in terms of planning the intervention, the response, which government leads assisted by NGOs and the United Nations.
Right now, we'll go on a short break and we're back with stock market updates. Welcome back. It's the first weekday of trading and the Nigerian equities market ended in the bearish territory, declining by 0.74%, which is quite the opposite of what we had last week. The market capitalization now stands at 61.3 trillion naira. In total, 122 NGS listed equities participated in trading, ending with 18 gainers and 28 losers. On the losing side, Boa Cement saw the greatest decline, with an end-of-day price depreciation of 10% to 99 naira per share, now followed by Lasaco Assurance, which decreased by 28 kobo. At the end of the first weekday of trading on the Nigerian stock exchange market, over 353 million volumes of shares were traded in 9,417 deals, corresponding to a market value of over 4 billion naira. And when this is compared to the previous NGX trading day, which is Friday, the 25th of October, today's data shows a 23% decline in volume, a 52% decline in turnover, but a 7% increase in deals. Now switching over to the global front, reverse is the case as all our select equities, ended or began the week on a positive note, all ending in the bullish territory. Now switching over to the foreign exchange market, the naira remains under pressure, with the black market rates pegging the dollar at 1,746 naira and the British pound at 2,260 naira and the euro at 1,868 naira. That's it on both business and stock market reports. Back to you, Misola, for the rest of the news.
Thank you very much, Victoria. And on the foreign scene, around 40 soldiers have been killed in an attack on the Barkaram military base in Chad's Lake region on Sunday. President Mahamat Debi has ordered a counter mission to track down the culprits after visiting the barrack located on an island close to the border zones of Nigeria and Niger, where Islamist militants are known to operate. No suspects for Sunday's attack were named in the president's statement. Sunday's attack is one of the worst suffered by Chadian soldiers since 2020, when about 100 soldiers died in a raid, which prompted then-President Idris Deby to launch an operation against Islamist militants. The 2024 Lagos Fashion Week has ended on a high note with a showcase of rich fashion pieces displayed on the runway. 58 designers participated in the week-long event, which offered an opportunity for fashion enthusiasts to feast their eyes on creations by various designers. At the finale on Sunday, designers were urged to adopt a more responsible approach to creating fashion pieces.
I think the most important thing we all have to do today is to educate ourselves. That's another takeout for me from this conversation. We have to be educated. For the longest time, there's been a lot of concentration on creativity here in Nigeria. But for an industry to thrive, we've got to create a balance between all the creative knowledge that we have and the industry that's required to make it thrive. So we need to be able to tilt the balance from the 1% creativity to be able to, start to go higher, to reduce the margin, because now we're at a 99% deficit because we just have 1% industry. So it's important for people to be educated, to learn, and there are resources available. there are companies available who that people can work with.
Nigeria is a wonderful country, a country of a wealth of manpower. And like I always say, there are many ways to skin a cow, in the sense that there are a lot of ways you can get into the fashion industry. And having people, like us come, share the knowledge that, look, okay, you can be a brand, but do you know also you can be a pattern drafter, you can be a product developer and make good money outside the country. So it's Prosper Africa bringing us together to educate, to encourage, means a lot.
I think it's extremely important. I think there's a lot that happens here on the African continent. I think the African people are extremely resilient, creative, business savvy. There's a lot of brain power here. And I think when we keep it in a box, we don't get the benefits that we should, right? The economic benefits that we should, the recognition that we should. And so the opportunity to trade it, not just export it, but trade it, is really, really important. And so, and the world must consume it, right? The world consuming is what takes us out of poverty, right? That exportation and importation is a poverty reduction strategy.
Away from entertainment and out to sports, Edo women's cricket team has emerged victorious in the 2024 Nigeria Cricket Federation's National Women's Championship, defeating Akwa Ibom by 89 runs in the final match on Sunday. In the second innings, Edo's inspired performance saw off all Akwa Ibom attempts in just 12 overs, restricting them to just 39 runs. President of the Nigeria Cricket Federation, Uyi Akpata, praised the tournament's showcase of cricket skills and teamwork. And Manchester United has sacked manager Erik ten Hag following the club's poor start to the season. Ten Hag's final game was Sunday's 2-1 defeat at West Ham that left the club 14th in the Premier League with just 3 wins from their opening 9 matches. United are also 21st of 36 teams in the Europa League table, having drawn their 3 opening fixtures. Ruud van Nistelrooy, who joined the club as Ten Hag's assistant last summer, has been named as interim manager. Well, that's it on News Now. Many thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time.